Ladies and gentlemen, in this new year, as we stand on the edge of a new beginning, it's time to recognize the power of privacy. There are things that if we hold them close to the chest, will allow us to walk in a level of purpose and peace that others might not understand. You see, in this world full of noise, there's strength in knowing what not to share and wisdom in guarding the treasures that are yours and yours alone. It's time to stop giving away pieces of yourself to people who don't value them and start protecting what's precious within you. First, guard your dreams. Your dreams are the heartbeat of your future, the blueprint of your destiny. They're fragile, they're sacred, and not everyone is ready to hold them. There will be people who don't understand, who will doubt you, who will criticize what they don't know. You don't have to explain your vision to everyone. Not everyone is invited to the table of your dreams. Protect that space, nurture it, and let it grow in silence until it's ready to manifest in the fullness of time. Second, protect your progress. There are moments in your journey when you feel like you're moving forward, but it's still too early to tell the world. The enemy wants you to announce your progress too soon, but remember, not every step needs to be shouted from the mountaintops. Keep some of your victories to yourself. Let the evidence of your growth speak louder than your words ever will. Third, protect your personal struggles. You don't owe an explanation to anyone about the battles you're fighting. Some things are meant to be dealt with in the secret place. There's power in healing privately and mending without an audience. The world doesn't need to see every scar. They only need to witness your resilience when you rise again. Keep your pain between you and God. Your healing process is sacred, and it's not for everyone's eyes. Some things are meant to be private because your growth is between you and your Creator. Fourth, hold your relationships close. You see, not everyone deserves to know the intimate details of your connections. The people you love and trust are the treasures of your life, and they should be treated with the utmost care. You don't have to explain every moment of your relationship to the world. Keep the love you share in a place where it's protected from gossip, jealousy, and misunderstanding. When you share too much with the wrong people, you risk contaminating what's sacred. Some things are meant to be cherished in silence. Fifth, guard your financial plans. In this year, it's time to recognize that your financial future is something that should remain private. Everyone doesn't need to know your bank account balance, how you're making your money, or what investments you're making. Your financial journey is between you and your purpose. Don't let anyone steal your joy or distract you with comparisons. Your success doesn't need a public announcement. Let your results speak for themselves. When you're building wealth, sometimes the best move is to keep the blueprint to yourself. Sixth, protect your peace. In a world full of chaos, there's a battle that we fight every day, the fight for peace. And guess what? Your peace is sacred. It's yours to guard. Don't let anyone disturb your serenity. You have the power to shut out negativity, to draw boundaries, to say no when the world demands too much. You don't owe anyone access to your peace. Protect it fiercely because peace is a weapon in a world that thrives on stress and disorder. Finally, guard your joy. Your happiness doesn't need anyone's approval. It's not for discussion, not for debate. Some things are meant to be quietly enjoyed, to be held in the heart and celebrated in private moments. When you share too much about your happiness, sometimes you invite jealousy and negativity. Keep your joy close, because it's one of the few things in this world that no one can steal if you guard it properly. So as you step into 2025, understand this: there is power in privacy. The world might want you to be open, to expose yourself to everyone's opinions, to share every detail, but there are treasures within you that need to be protected. Protect your dreams. Guard your progress. Keep your struggles and your victories between you and those who truly matter. Your peace, your joy, your purpose, they're worth protecting. There's a destiny that only you can fulfill, but it's up to you to guard it with wisdom, with discernment, and with a sense of purpose. In this year, as you step into all that is waiting for you, remember that the things you keep private are often the things that will carry you to greatness. In life, one of the most valuable things we can possess is our dreams. Dreams are the spark that ignites the fire of possibility within us, guiding us toward a future that is uniquely ours. They represent not only what we aspire to accomplish, but also the essence of who we are. However, dreams are fragile. They're vulnerable to doubt, ridicule, and misunderstanding, especially when they are shared too early or with the wrong people. That's why it's crucial to keep your dreams private until the right moment comes when they are ready to bloom into reality. When you share your dreams prematurely, you give others the opportunity to impose their limitations upon you. They might question your ability, mock your vision, or worse, discourage you from pursuing it. But if you keep those dreams hidden away in the quiet recesses of your heart, only nurturing them with your focus and dedication, they will grow without the interference of others' doubts. Only when they are strong enough to stand on their own should you let the world see them. Until that moment, let them live in private. Nurture them with your hard work, your faith, and your unwavering belief that they can be realized. When the time comes, your dreams will speak for themselves, and their greatness will shine through. As you move forward on your journey, you'll experience moments where progress becomes visible, even if only to you. But just because you can see the fruits of your labor doesn't mean everyone else needs to see them right away. There's power in quiet progress. There's strength in not needing to announce every small achievement to the world. People often get distracted by the need for recognition, but true progress is not measured by applause or external validation. It's measured by the growth that happens inside of you. When you focus too much on seeking approval or acknowledgement, you risk losing sight of the path ahead. By keeping your progress private, you protect the purity of your effort. You give yourself the space to grow without the weight of others' opinions. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply continue working, moving forward, and trusting the process. Your progress doesn't need to be broadcasted. Let it unfold naturally. In the end, when the time is right, your results will be the testimony of your hard work. The quiet achievements, the small steps taken behind closed doors will add up to a monumental transformation that will leave everyone in awe. But until then, let your progress be something that only you fully understand. While progress is something we can manage and control, we also face personal struggles that can feel overwhelming and isolating. These struggles are often the parts of our lives we wish to keep hidden from the world. It's natural to feel the urge to open up to others, to seek comfort and understanding. But sometimes the most important thing we can do in the midst of our struggles is to keep them private. Not everyone is equipped to handle your pain, and not everyone deserves to be privy to the intimate details of your fight. There is power in keeping your struggles between you and God, between you and the people who truly care about your well-being. You don't have to explain your pain to anyone who isn't truly invested in your healing. Some struggles are meant to be worked through in the silence of your heart, where you can process them at your own pace. By keeping your struggles private, you give yourself the space to heal without external pressure. You allow yourself the grace to experience the full range of emotions without worrying about what others might think. And when you finally emerge from those struggles stronger, wiser, and more resilient, your transformation will be that much more powerful because it was achieved in private. It will be a testimony of what you overcame, not for the sake of others' approval, but because you persevered quietly and with determination. Our relationships are another aspect of our lives that require careful consideration when it comes to privacy. The people we love and cherish deserve to have our attention and care without the intrusion of the outside world. Our relationships are sacred, and the trust we build with others is something that should be protected at all costs. The temptation to share every detail of your relationship with others is strong, especially when you are experiencing highs or lows. But the truth is, not everyone needs to know the intimate details of your connections with those you love. Not everyone will understand your journey or your choices. In fact, there are those who, out of jealousy or spite, will try to disrupt the peace you share with others. Keeping your relationships private doesn't mean you're hiding something. It means you are honoring the sanctity of that bond when you share too much. The same principle applies to your peace. Peace is one of the most precious commodities in this chaotic world, and it's something that should never be taken for granted. In a world that is constantly pulling at you in every direction, it's easy to lose sight of your inner peace. But peace is a gift, and it's something that must be fiercely protected. There will always be forces trying to disrupt your calm, whether it's the demands of others, the stress of life, or the negativity of the world. But you have the power to safeguard your peace. You don't need to share every frustration or disappointment with the world. Not everyone deserves to know what disturbs your soul. Instead, choose to protect your peace by setting boundaries, by choosing silence over conflict, and by refusing to allow anyone to take away what you've worked so hard to build. Your peace is not negotiable, and it's not up for discussion. It's yours to keep, yours to guard, and yours to enjoy. When you protect your peace, you create a space where you can think clearly, make decisions with confidence, and move through life with a sense of serenity that others may never understand. But that's okay. Your peace is yours to keep, and you don't owe anyone an explanation for why you choose to protect it. Finally, there's the matter of your joy. Joy is the foundation upon which all good things are built. It's the energy that keeps us going even in difficult times. But joy, like everything else, can be vulnerable if not carefully protected. The world can sometimes be harsh, and the opinions of others can threaten to steal your joy. People will always have something to say about how you live your life, about what makes you happy, about the choices you make. But your joy is sacred. It's a reflection of your heart, and it doesn't need the approval of anyone. Guard your joy by keeping it close, by savoring those moments that fill your heart with happiness, and by refusing to let anyone or anything diminish it. When you protect your joy, you give yourself the strength to face the challenges of life with a smile, knowing that no matter what happens, your happiness is something that no one can take from you. As we continue to move forward through life, one of the most significant aspects of our personal journey is the dream we carry inside of us. Our dreams are the very thing that motivates us, pushing us to reach for higher levels of achievement and fulfillment. They are the blueprint for our future, the driving force that compels us to work, strive, and sacrifice. But dreams are not something we should take lightly or share freely with everyone around us. There's a reason why so many successful people have kept their dreams close to their hearts until the moment is right to unveil them. The power of a dream lies in its ability to stay unshaped by the opinions, doubts, and limitations that others may try to impose upon it. Too often we open up about our dreams hoping to gain validation from others, only to have our enthusiasm dampened by criticism or disbelief. And yet, it's important to understand that not everyone has the capacity to understand the depth of your vision. When you share your dream with the wrong people or at the wrong time, you open yourself up to the possibility of discouragement, and you might even begin to doubt the dream yourself. There's wisdom in allowing your dream to grow in silence, to be nurtured in the privacy of your heart and mind. Allow yourself the time and space to fully develop your vision before you open it to the world. The journey from dream to reality is often long and fraught with challenges, and it's during this period of development that your dream needs your full attention. If you give it away too early, you risk letting others dilute its power. But when the time is right, when your dream is ready to be made manifest, it will speak for itself. The world will see what you've worked on in private and be amazed at the results of your quiet dedication. Progress, too, is something that requires discretion. The world loves to see results, but not every step of the journey needs to be shared for the world to approve. There's something sacred about the quiet moments when you are working hard behind the scenes. It's in these moments that you are building the foundation for something greater. Too often we get caught up in the need for external validation. We feel the urge to post our successes, to tell the world what we're accomplishing in real time. However, true progress doesn't require the applause of others. It happens in the moments when no one is watching, when you're putting in the work day after day, laying down each brick of the foundation without seeking a reward. There is power in working quietly, in focusing solely on the task at hand. It's in these times that you build the mental toughness and character needed to succeed in the long run. Sharing every small milestone may seem harmless, but it can often detract from the actual work. People may try to influence you, offering advice or opinions that may not align with your vision. They may ask questions or offer feedback that confuses or diverts you from your original purpose. But when you keep your progress private, you allow it to unfold naturally. You allow your growth to happen without the interference of others. And when the time comes, the fruits of your labor will speak for themselves. Your success will be evident not because you sought attention for it, but because you've consistently put in the work, and it shows. The quiet progress you've made in private will soon become the public testimony of your diligence and perseverance. When it comes to personal struggles, there's often a tendency to share them with others. We look for someone to confide in, someone who will understand our pain and offer solace, but sometimes the best thing we can do is keep our struggles private. Not every difficulty we face is meant to be shared with the world. Some battles are meant to be fought quietly in the sanctuary of our hearts. Our struggles are deeply personal, and while it's important to seek support when needed, there are times when we must face our challenges in solitude. There's strength in facing your struggles on your own, allowing yourself the time and space to work through them without the judgment or unsolicited advice of others. Keeping your struggles private doesn't mean you are hiding from them or that you're ashamed. Rather, it's a recognition that some parts of your journey are meant to be navigated without external influence. When you choose to keep your struggles private, you give yourself the opportunity to process your emotions and develop resilience in your own time. You give yourself the space to heal without the pressure of others' expectations. In doing so, you become stronger, more capable, and more equipped to handle life's challenges. The struggle becomes a private refining process, molding you into the person you are meant to be without needing the approval or pity of others. When you emerge from your difficulties, you do so with a quiet strength that speaks louder than any words could. Our relationships, too, require a degree of privacy in order to thrive. Relationships, whether with family, friends, or a significant other, are sacred bonds that need to be nurtured and protected. The temptation to share every detail of our relationships with others can be strong, especially in moments of joy or frustration. But when we do this, we risk inviting outside opinions into something that should remain private. Others may not understand the intricacies of your relationship, and they may offer advice or opinions that don't align with what's best for you. Relationships need space to grow and evolve without the pressure of outside interference. The more you protect your relationship from the prying eyes and unsolicited advice of others, the stronger it becomes. The trust that you build with those closest to you is something that should be shielded from the negativity and misunderstandings of the outside world. Keeping your relationship private isn't about secrecy, it's about protecting the sanctity of the bond you share with others. You're choosing to honor the connection between you and those who matter most, allowing it to thrive in a space free from judgment and criticism. Peace is another precious commodity that must be fiercely guarded. In a world that is full of distractions, noise, and chaos, it's easy to lose your sense of inner peace. But peace is one of the most valuable things we can possess. It allows us to think clearly, to make decisions with confidence, and to move through life with a sense of calm and purpose. Yet peace is something that is often threatened by external forces. The demands of others, the expectations placed on us, and the negativity that can surround us all have the potential to disrupt our peace. But we have the power to protect it. Peace doesn't need to be explained or justified to anyone. It's something that we must cultivate and guard fiercely. When you take the time to protect your peace, you give yourself the opportunity to remain centered, to find clarity even in the midst of chaos. Don't allow anyone or anything to disturb the tranquility that you've worked so hard to build. Your peace is yours alone, and you don't owe anyone an explanation for why you've chosen to protect it. Lastly, joy is a gift that should be cherished and kept close. Joy is not something that needs to be validated or approved by others. It's a deeply personal experience that comes from within, and it's something that can carry you through even the most difficult of times. But joy, like peace, can be easily disrupted if we're not careful. Others may try to take away your joy, whether through negativity, criticism, or jealousy. But your joy is yours to protect. Keep it close, savor it, and let it fill you up. When you protect your joy, you ensure that no matter what happens around you, you can remain centered and positive. It's a strength that no one can take away from you. By keeping your joy private, you allow it to grow and blossom in a way that is untainted by the world's negativity. Your joy is a reflection of your inner peace, and it is a gift that should be safeguarded at all costs. Let it be something that carries you through life's ups and downs, something that no one can steal from you. In life, there are moments when we're presented with an opportunity, a vision, or a desire that stirs deep within our hearts. These are the dreams that we long to bring into reality, the ones that spark the fire of possibility within us. But while dreams are beautiful and powerful, they are also delicate and vulnerable. Too often we share them too quickly with the world, seeking validation or approval from those around us. We want others to see the potential of what we've envisioned, to encourage and support us as we embark on the journey toward making that dream a reality. But what we often fail to recognize is that not everyone is equipped to handle the weight of our dreams. Some may dismiss them, others may criticize them, and there are those who, perhaps without even realizing it, may try to dampen the fire of our enthusiasm. When we expose our dreams too early, we give others the opportunity to plant seeds of doubt, fear, or skepticism that can easily hinder our progress. It's crucial to understand that not every dream is meant to be shared immediately. In fact, some dreams require nurturing and protection. The time between conception and realization is sacred. It is a period where your dreams need to be cultivated, carefully tended to, and guarded from the harsh winds of criticism. When you protect your dream, keeping it close and working silently toward its realization, you allow it to grow strong and solid. By the time you share it with the world, it will no longer be just an idea, it will be something tangible, something that can't be easily dismissed or overshadowed by the opinions of others. Your dream will have been built on your hard work, your belief in yourself, and your unwavering commitment to seeing it through. The power of a dream lies in its ability to remain undeterred by the negativity that may surround it. When you keep it private, you preserve the purity of its potential. The world doesn't need to know about every step you take or every obstacle you face along the way. What matters is that you stay true to your vision, that you keep moving forward, even when no one is watching. As you journey toward your goals, there will be moments when you feel that your progress is visible, that the fruits of your labor are beginning to emerge. In these moments, it's natural to want to share your success with others, to gain recognition for the hard work you've put in. But true progress, the kind that transforms lives and leaves a lasting impact, is rarely about external validation. It's about the quiet, consistent effort that goes into achieving your goals. The path toward success is rarely a straight line, and in those quiet moments when you're working hard behind the scenes, you are laying the foundation for something greater. But that foundation doesn't need to be revealed until it's strong enough to support the weight of your vision. When you focus too much on the need for others to see your progress, you risk diluting your efforts. The constant pressure to be seen, to be praised, can cause you to lose sight of what truly matters, the work itself. It's not about the recognition you receive along the way, it's about staying committed to the process, trusting that the work you put in will eventually bear fruit. Protect your progress by keeping it private. Let the world see the end result, the finished product, when it's ready. Until then, continue to put in the effort day after day without seeking praise or approval. The world will notice your success when the time comes, but it will be a success that speaks for itself. It will be the result of your dedication, your persistence, and your commitment to staying the course regardless of who is watching. In addition to guarding our dreams and progress, we also face personal struggles that are deeply challenging and at times overwhelming. It's easy to feel the urge to share these struggles with others, seeking sympathy, comfort, or understanding. We want to be heard, to have someone acknowledge the pain we're experiencing. But not every struggle needs to be shared, and not every battle is meant to be fought in the open. There are certain moments in life when our struggles are intensely personal. There are moments when we must face our own fears, doubts, and insecurities without the influence of others. When we open up about our struggles, we run the risk of inviting judgment, unwanted advice, or even pity. And while there are times when it is necessary to lean on others for support, there are also moments when we must fight our battles in private. Trusting ourselves and our ability to overcome the challenges before us. The act of keeping our struggles private doesn't make us weak or unwilling to ask for help. It's a way of preserving our dignity and protecting the sanctity of our healing process. We don't need to explain every hurt, every setback, or every failure to the world. Sometimes the most powerful healing comes in silence, in the quiet moments of self-reflection and personal growth. When you choose to keep your struggles private, you allow yourself the space to heal without external pressure. You don't need to explain every emotion you're going through or justify your actions to anyone. You can process, reflect, and ultimately come out of your struggle stronger. With the knowledge that you've done so on your terms, without the interference of others, there's power in overcoming adversity privately. It teaches you resilience, fortitude, and strength. When you emerge from those challenges, you do so with the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you face them head on without needing to rely on others' validation or opinions. The same principle applies to our relationships. Our relationships with others, especially those we hold most dear, are sacred. They are the connections that define us, that shape who we are and how we experience the world. But in a world where social media and constant connectivity seem to demand that we share every aspect of our lives, it's easy to forget the importance of keeping some things private. Not every detail of your relationship with a loved one needs to be shared with the world. In fact, the more you protect your relationships, the stronger they become. By keeping your relationship private, you allow it to grow in a space that is free from judgment, criticism, and outside influence. The opinions of others, whether positive or negative, should not have the power to define the terms of your relationship. Only those directly involved should have a say in how the relationship functions and evolves. When you protect your relationship from the prying eyes of the world, you allow it to remain authentic, pure, and unaffected by the outside noise. In doing so, you create a safe haven for love and trust to flourish, free from the pressure of others' expectations. Your relationship becomes something that is built on mutual respect, understanding, and the commitments you share, not something that is constantly scrutinized by the opinions of others. Finally, there is the matter of our peace and joy. Both of these are essential to living a fulfilled and balanced life. Peace allows us to navigate the chaos of the world with clarity and calm, while joy sustains us through difficult times. But peace and joy are delicate, and they can easily be disturbed if we're not careful. The more we share our peace and joy with the world, the more we open ourselves up to the possibility of having them stolen from us. Others may try to disrupt your peace, to bring negativity into your life, or to challenge your joy. But when you keep your peace and joy private, you protect the sanctity of these precious gifts. No one can steal your peace or your joy unless you allow them to. By keeping these aspects of your life sacred, you create an environment where they can thrive, free from external pressures or influences. The more you protect your peace and joy, the more they will sustain you, helping you to move through life with resilience and strength. Your joy is your strength, and your peace is your foundation. Keep them close, guard them fiercely, and let them carry you through even the most difficult moments in life. When you protect your peace and joy, you give yourself the freedom to live authentically and to embrace the fullness of life without fear or hesitation. There are times in life when we are faced with moments of clarity, moments when we begin to see the path ahead more clearly than before. It is in these moments that we gain insight into what we truly want, what we truly need, and what we truly need, and what we must do to get where we want to go. Yet, as much as these moments of clarity inspire us to take action and share our thoughts with others, there is also a power in knowing when to keep things to ourselves. Not every idea, thought, or plan needs to be shared with others immediately. Sometimes the best course of action is to hold certain things close to the chest, allowing them to develop in silence until they are ready to be shared with the world. Your dreams, for example, are incredibly personal. They are the visions of who you want to become, where you want to go, and what you want to accomplish. These dreams may be monumental, or they may seem small in comparison to others' goals, but they are yours. They are born from the deepest desires of your heart. And like any seed, dreams require time, patience, and care to grow. If you expose them too soon, you risk having others come in with opinions, criticisms, and judgments that could stunt their growth before they even have a chance to develop fully. The truth is, people may not understand your dream. They may not see the potential or the purpose in what you are trying to do. And they may tell you that it is impossible, impractical, or not worth pursuing. The most well-intentioned people can sometimes be the most discouraging when it comes to our dreams, not because they want to see us fail, but because they simply cannot see the same vision that we see. The dream you hold is uniquely yours. And it requires time and space to grow into something substantial. Keep your dreams private in the early stages so you can work on them without the interference of others. When the time is right, when your dream has taken root and begun to grow, then you can share it with the world. But until then, protect it, nourish it. Allow it to develop on its own terms without the doubt and negativity that others may impose upon it. We risk losing sight of what truly matters, the work itself. Progress happens in those quiet, solitary moments when we are doing the work and making strides, even if no one else sees it. It's about staying true to the vision you have, even if no one else is cheering you on in that moment. The progress you make in silence is the foundation for the future success that others will eventually see. When you keep your progress private, you allow it to unfold naturally without the pressure of needing others' approval. You are free to focus solely on the task at hand, perfecting your skills and sharpening your abilities. When you finally reach your destination and unveil your success, the world will be amazed at what you've achieved. But the true strength of your accomplishment lies in the quiet moments you spent building it, unseen and uncelebrated by others. Let your work speak for itself and trust that when the time is right, the recognition will follow. The journey toward personal growth often involves difficult challenges, obstacles, and setbacks. There are moments when we face deep struggles that can shake us to our core, leaving us questioning everything we thought we knew about ourselves. These struggles can be painful, confusing, and isolating, and it's natural to want to share them with others in hopes of finding comfort and understanding. However, not every struggle is meant to be shared with the world. Some of our battles are deeply personal and require us to work through them in private without the interference of outside opinions. When we open up about our struggles too soon, we risk inviting judgment, unsolicited advice, and even pity. While it's important to lean on others for support when we need it, there are moments in life when we need to face our struggles on our own. These private battles shape us, refine us, and prepare us for the next stage in our journey. They are the moments that build our character, resilience, and strength, even if no one else sees the work being done behind the scenes. When you keep your struggles private, you give yourself the freedom to process your emotions, confront your fears, and work through your challenges in your own way, on your own terms. There is power in facing adversity without the need for validation from others. You do not need to explain yourself or seek permission to feel or react a certain way. You have the right to experience your struggles and work through them in the way that feels most healing for you. In doing so, you emerge stronger, wiser, and more equipped to handle whatever life throws your way. Your struggles, when faced privately, are the crucible that forges the strength and resilience that others will see when you rise above them. Our relationships with others, whether with family, friends, or romantic partners, are some of the most valuable aspects of our lives. They provide love, support, and connection, and they help shape the person we become. Yet relationships, like dreams, require protection. Not every detail of your relationship needs to be shared with the world. The more you allow others to peek into the inner workings of your relationship, the more vulnerable it becomes to outside influence. People often have strong opinions about how relationships should be, and the more you share, the more likely you are to encounter unsolicited advice, judgment, or criticism. The truth is that only you and the person you're in a relationship with understand the full depth of what you share. Only you both know the nuances of the connection, the inside jokes, the struggles, and the victories. When you keep your relationship private, you protect it from the noise and distractions of the outside world. You create space for it to grow and evolve naturally without being swayed by the opinions of others. When you keep your relationship sacred and shielded from outside influence, you allow it to flourish in a way that is uniquely yours. In doing so, you strengthen the bond you share, ensuring that it is built on trust, understanding, and mutual respect. Lastly, peace and joy are two of the most precious gifts we can possess. Peace allows us to navigate life's challenges with calmness and clarity, while joy provides us with the strength to endure even the most difficult moments. Yet both peace and joy are fragile, and they can be easily disturbed if we aren't careful. The more we share our peace and joy with others, the more we expose them to potential disruption. Others may unknowingly try to take away your peace with their negativity, complaints, or demands. They may attempt to steal your joy through their own unhappiness or bitterness. But when you protect your peace and joy, you create a space where they can thrive. Your peace and joy are yours to cultivate and guard, and you do not owe anyone an explanation for why you choose to protect them. By keeping them private, you ensure that they remain untainted by the negativity and chaos of the world. Your peace and joy are what sustain you through life's trials, and you have every right to keep them close to your heart. Don't let anyone take away the gifts that have the power to transform your life. Guard them fiercely and let them guide you as you move forward in your journey. In the fast-paced, hyper-connected world we live in, there is a constant pressure to share every detail of our lives with others. Social media platforms, conversations, and even casual interactions often feel like opportunities to showcase who we are and what we're doing. Yet in a world where sharing has become second nature, there is still immense power in keeping certain things private. There is wisdom in understanding that not everything needs to be shared with the world. Not every thought, idea, or plan needs to be broadcasted for validation or approval. There is a strength in protecting some of your most precious aspects, especially when you're on the journey toward achieving your dreams, goals, and personal growth. The things you choose to keep private can be the things that allow you to thrive without unnecessary distractions or obstacles. When it comes to your dreams, they are yours and yours alone. These are the desires that live deep in your heart, the visions you carry of what could be, of what you are striving to create. And while it's tempting to share those dreams with others, it's crucial to recognize that not everyone will understand them or see the vision you see. Sometimes the people you expect to encourage you might be the ones who doubt your ability, who don't understand the depth of your passion, or who may inadvertently discourage you with their skepticism. Not every dream should be shared openly at the beginning because some ideas require nurturing in silence before they can be realized in the light. Dreams are fragile, and in their earliest stages, they are vulnerable to the harsh winds of criticism or doubt. When you share your dreams too soon, you risk having others plant seeds of fear, confusion, or doubt that can stunt their growth. So protect your dreams. Guard them fiercely in their early stages, letting them grow quietly and organically. Work behind the scenes, away from the prying eyes of those who might not understand your vision. Let the process of building your dreams unfold in its own time. When they are fully formed, when they are ready to be seen, the world will take notice, and it will be hard to dismiss the work and dedication that went into making them a reality. But until then, keep them private and let them develop in the safety of your own mind and heart. As you move forward in life, you will undoubtedly experience moments of progress and success. Achieving your goals, no matter how big or small, is a triumph that deserves recognition. However, there is often a tendency to seek validation from others, to share every achievement, every small step forward in order to receive applause or approval. It's natural to want recognition for your hard work, but true success isn't built on constant external validation. Progress is often made quietly without fanfare in the moments when no one is watching. It is easy to get caught up in the desire for others to see the strides you are making. But it's important to understand that the work you do in silence is just as valuable, if not more so, than the work you do in public. By keeping your progress private, you allow yourself the space to focus solely on the task at hand. You don't need to prove anything to anyone, and you can continue moving forward without being distracted by the need for validation. The power of success lies in its quiet, steady growth. The more you protect your progress, the more solid the foundation will be when it's time for the world to see the fruits of your labor. When you're not concerned with proving yourself to others, you are free to build your vision without interruption, ensuring that when you do finally share the results, they will speak for themselves. The road to success is rarely smooth, and as you pursue your dreams and goals, you will inevitably encounter obstacles, setbacks, and challenges that test your resilience. These struggles can be personal and intense, and it's natural to want to share them with others in order to find comfort, support, or understanding. However, not every struggle needs to be aired publicly. There is a time and place for seeking help, but there are also moments in life when it's necessary to face your battles privately, when we share our struggles too openly. We invite external judgment, unsolicited advice, and sometimes even pity. While it's important to seek support when you need it, there are times when working through your challenges in solitude is the most empowering option. You don't need to explain every pain, every fear, or every failure. Sometimes the greatest growth comes from overcoming challenges on your own terms, at your own pace. Keeping your struggles private doesn't mean you're weak or unwilling to ask for help. It means you are choosing to process them in a way that is personal and authentic. You are protecting the sanctity of your healing process, allowing it to unfold without the influence of others' opinions. In those moments of quiet introspection and resilience, you will emerge stronger and more confident in your ability to face whatever comes next. Your struggles, when faced privately, become part of your personal strength, shaping you into someone who is capable of overcoming adversity without the need for outside validation. Our relationships with others are often the most important aspects of our lives. Whether it's our family, friends, or romantic partners, these relationships define us, shape us, and give us the support and love we need to navigate the world. But in a world where everyone feels the need to share every aspect of their lives, it's essential to remember that not every detail of a relationship needs to be exposed to others. The more you allow others to peek into your relationship, the more vulnerable it becomes to outside opinions and influence. People will have ideas about what a relationship should look like, how it should behave, and what is right or wrong, but only you and your partner or the people involved in your relationship truly understand the depth and intricacies of what you share. By keeping your relationship private, you create space for it to evolve in a way that is uniquely yours, free from the pressures or judgments of the outside world. This privacy allows your relationship to grow in authenticity based on mutual trust, respect, and understanding. The moment you open it up to the scrutiny of others, you risk distorting it, making it subject to the opinions of people who do not know the full story. Protect your relationship by keeping it sacred, allowing it to evolve naturally and flourish in a space free from external noise. Finally, there is the matter of peace and joy. These are two of the most precious gifts we can have, and they are often the most fragile. In a world full of distractions, negativity, and chaos, it's easy to lose our peace and joy if we are not careful. Others may try to disrupt your peace with their anger, criticism, or negativity. They may challenge your joy with their unhappiness or bitterness, but the key to protecting your peace and joy is to keep them private. By keeping them close to your heart, you shield them from the forces that would seek to steal them away. When you allow your peace and joy to remain private, they become an anchor in the midst of life's storms. No one can take your peace unless you allow them to. No one can take your joy unless you give them that power. Guard them fiercely, and they will sustain you through every challenge and every triumph. When you keep your peace and joy private, you are safeguarding the foundation of your well-being. You protect the space that allows you to be the best version of yourself. Your peace is what gives you clarity. Your joy is what gives you strength. Keep them sacred and let them be the driving force that carries you forward.